Cristiano Ronaldo's life is the biggest stroller coaster in football history, setbacks, awards, to even losing the most important person in his life. Ronaldo had to go through all of this to get to the top, and it's crazy because at the binging, it all could have never happened. Ronaldo was born on the 5th of February 1985 in Lisbon, Portugal. Torreali. Poor parents. See his dad, José Diniz, used to be a kit man for a local club in Portugal. Ina and his mom, well, she just managed to get by. At this, though, the fact that they lived in a one-room apartment with Ronaldo's older siblings, with no food to eat. Sometimes in life was tough still, despite all that hardship. Ronaldo found the one thing he could use to escape all his troubles at the time, but what he didn't was that this sport was going to change his life. Football soon. As heckled walk, Ronaldo spent countless horse every day trying to get better. He wassleways out in the streets, putting in hard yards, until one day he got his big opportunity when a local scout Camelongan offered him the chance of time. Sporting Lisbon at the time. That club was looking at taking a couple of talented kids into the academy. Ronaldo was one of the selected few, but they still had to pass a final trial before they got in, and in Ronaldo's words, this game changed everything. Trial day, and just before the start of the game, the scout came in and broke the massage to the kids. Whoever scores the most goals, that's the persona pick. As soon as Ronaldo heard that who was locked in, he scored a goal. But another kid on his team, Albert Fant, had scored too, so coming into the final minutes of the game, Ronaldo and Albert Weir both threw on goal when Albert went round the goalie, and instead off shooting into the empty goal, he decided to pass to Ronaldo instead. Ronaldo got the contract now. He was at Sporting. It was time to show the world just how good was. After dragging the first couple of goals for the senior team against Moore, Ronaldo never looked back. He became so good that now a lot of clubs weren't interested in him, but Ronaldo's big break was about to come months later. After he put in a performance so crazy it had the biggest club in England on speed dial trying to sign him. Sporting Lisbon versus Manchester United in a friendly game, and Ronaldo put in a masterclass performance. He had the entire United defense on strings, and beat end of the game, Sir Alex Ferguson had seen enough, so he rang up Ronaldo's agent, struck a deal, and days later Ronaldo was off to Manchester United on a deal worth $19 million at his new club. Ronaldo was tipped to be the next big day. In fact, Sir Alex believed in him so much that when Ronaldo joined on jersey picking day, and as for the number 28 jersey, Sir Alex said no and gave him the club's most important shirt number. Yes. Birth of Dr. 7, but on the field it didn't quite pin out the way he thought it would. Ronaldo got off to a slow start and even got labeled by some of his teammates as a kid who just laughed too much, but to Ronaldo, this was more than anything he could ever ask for, because now he could afford to take his family off the streets and give them a place of their own. But just when things started to look up for Ronaldo, phone calls sent his entire world crashing down. His dad, José Diniz, fell sick. Now, Ronaldo's relationship with his dad was kind of complicated because Altas years growing up, he just wanted to get closer to his old man, but his dad was so sick and tired of not being a blotto provide for Ronaldo and the family that he started drinking, and now had developed liver issues. Quickly Ronaldo asked for permission to leave the club so he could go see his dad, and as soon as he got to the hospital, Ronaldo made compromise to do everything he could to keep him alive, but in the end, and it was too late, because days later José Diniz was dead, and it shattered Ronaldo. But it was here that Ronaldo got his elite mentality, because right after this incident, Ronaldo knew all he had left was his mom and siblings. They were family now, so he made another promise to become the best in the world, just to see them happy. And 2 years later, Ronaldo fulfilled his promise on the big stage. That 20,078 season was special for Ronaldo. He scored a record high 31 goals in the league, add that to being the champions league top scorer and winning the competition too. And months later, Ronaldo was officially the best footballer on the planet at this time. It also achieved something else that made his family even prouder. In 2004, Ronaldo was part of the team that lost Euros on home turf too. Greece, and after that he just kicked into Al-Nassr for the national team and became so good that by 2008 he was made captain off the Portuguese national team. But back to club football now, and after a Champions League final defeat in 2009, Ronaldo knew it was time to take the next big step in his career, and in that summer, he bequeathed world record to become the most expensive footballer on the planet Real freaking. Madrid Ronaldo had hit the big time and couldn't stop winning something with his personal life. 2 months after this big money move, he'd go attain a huge win, just not the way he thought he would his son. The Cristiano born Ronaldo decided to keep the details of Junior's mom a secret, but it was now clear. He was ready to start his family in Madrid and build his football dynasty. But first he had a job to do at Madrid that was going to take him 5 years to complete before Ronaldo joined Real Madrid. The last time they won the Champions League was in 2002 when Ronaldo was supposed to be the main man that changed that. Even though he won the Ballon in 2013 at Madrid, they still couldn't get the job done until Ronaldo died in 20,134 that he was done playing games in that season. He took Madrid to Champions League glory. He broke the record for the most goals in a Champions League campaign with 16, including scoring a goal in the final in his home country of Portugal. Add another Ballon too. The collection that year, and he was now aiming off his biggest rival, Lionel Messi. Ronaldo and Messi hit the biggest stages in competing in Spain. Can't say the same at international level though, because despite hitting the heights at club level, Ronaldo had failed to repeat his form in international competitions. He was captain of the team that got knocked out of the World Cup at the group stage in 2010. Add that to a Euro 2012 semi-final exit and a 2014 World Cup group stage exit. Ronaldo knew he had Thatern up for the national team, and Euro 2016 was his big opportunity coming in Tethys. No one fancied Portugal, but they somehow made it to the final thanks to Ronaldo's 4 goals until the day-off final against the host France. Ronaldo had the biggest heartbreak of his career. He couldn't continue and had to get subbed off. Still, Ronaldo's teammates helped him to a surprise 1-0 victory. And the boy from Madeira, all those years back, had now led his country to the first major trophy in its history after that. The records kept humbling for Ronaldo, another Ballon and 3 more Champions Leagues. But at the end of 2018, now 33, and with over 450 goals for Real Madrid, Ronaldo once again decided to start a new chapter in his career, and this one had him going on a date with old lady Juventus, but unfortunately this move never worked out as he hoped it would. Ronaldo came with the main aim off winning the Champions League like he did at Madrid, but 3 seasons, 3 knockouts in the round of 16 and quarterfinal stages. And at the end of 2021, Ronaldo wanted out and figured the only place he could go to was back home. His return back to United. Almost break internet after an opening day brace against Newcastle United. Ronaldo showed signs that he could once again lead United back to the glory days. Booten, fortunately. Ely, his second homecoming, went horribly wrong first in 2022. Hesseford, another damaging heartbreak that he described as the worst of his life. His son with his partner, Georgiana Rodriguez Angel, sadly passed on the field. Ronaldo and United never work it out. And after the club switched coaches a new man in Erik ten Hag, they both fell off, and it led to Ronaldo dropping the most controversial interview of 2020. Called everyone out, and United decided to terminate his contract, but Ronaldo wasn't even looking at that now because he had his sights set on his Laston's now 37. Ronaldo knew the world couponed. Qatar was potentially going to be his last one, so he was ready to give everything for one final shot at glory, boat. It just wasn't meant to be out and inth. Last 8 on the plus side, Ronaldo turned his attention back to club football, and at the start of 2023, has shocked the world again. His new deal at Al-Nassr has him earning 200 million a year from the streets of Portugal, being able to afford his own island. Ronaldo made it out, and he subscribed to Goal Zone to the ultimate win.